Oh, okay. Hello and welcome to On Location with Rekha and Gabby. My name is Rekha. I'm your host for today. And today we're talking to Coach Albert Liaw here at F.R.E.E, who is a boxing coach currently. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome.
Awesome.
Very happy to meet you today.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to meet you too. Albert has been someone that I've wanted to interview for a really long time now. And it just so happens that this has been a really great opportunity to do so. And one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to interview Albert is mainly because of his journey as a stroke survivor who has continued his passion for boxing through coaching. So if any of you follow him on Instagram, you will notice that he has an extensive feed of all of his basically his accomplishments with the physical challenges and the surgeries as well. And I think you just recovered from a surgery in January, right?
No, the surgery happened end of November.
Oh, wow.
And it was a total knee replacement. So I got a titanium knee now. I'm officially a cyborg.
Oh my God. There you go. He's fully plated with armor at this point, right? Can you tell us a little bit about kind of your style of boxing or coaching, I should say?
Well, I try to coach the way I fought. My coaching style is very technique based, and that's something that a lot of coaches in town don't focus on. Mm-hmm. They focus on the cardio, and getting a good workout, sweating. But my focus is mostly, I shouldn't say mostly, but a big part of it is focus on boxing correctly and throwing the correct punches, throwing the proper technique, good power, and such.
If you guys have ever noticed on Albert's social media, you'll see that he will pad up completely, full body padding.
Full Ninja Turtle armor.
Full Ninja Turtle armor, and he takes those punches straight to the body. And I kind of wonder why is it that style as opposed to maybe a bag instead?
Well, it's more realistic when you're hitting a human. Mm-hmm. If you're hitting a bag, you have to visualize that someone's standing in front of you, and the bag doesn't react to getting hit like a human does. Like it doesn't go oof.
Yeah.
Ah. There's no pain it causes when you hit a bag, but when you hit me, it actually hurts.
Oh no. I imagine you have some really gentle clients, I hope.
Yeah. My clients are anything but gentle.
Anything but gentle. No. Do you find that you work with a lot of clients specifically? What's the demographic that you're usually working with?
It's about 50% women, 50% men.
Okay, I see.
And the average age is in the mid-20s.
Okay.
But my oldest client is 59.
Is that your most improved client?
Yes,
I think
he
you
is,
mentioned.
yes.
Yes.
When he first came to me boxing, I was this close to him, you should just quit. I was like, you're so bad. Mm-hmm. You have no future in boxing. But I saw in him something he had a never quit attitude. He had a constant want to improve. Something special about him that I just saw behind his eyes. So I just stuck with him. I gave him extra training time, and now he's become my hardest body puncher, and he's probably my most improved client as well. What I often refer to him as he's my greatest accomplishment as a coach.
That's wonderful. Do any of your clients, such as your most improved, ever look towards, competing?
Well, there's one guy that I'm gonna get to come demonstrate later, and he has the intentions of stepping in the ring. I just started coaching him for about a month and a half, but he's showing lots of promise. Mm-hmm. He's very talented and very skilled already, and I'm pretty excited about possibly bringing him into his first fight.
That would be huge. What would that look like, bringing someone into a fight? How long does that take to prepare for?
Well, no, I would say about a year.
Really? What does the preparation process look like?
Well, you have to train all the basic skills and learn to get hit, learn to hit, learn to avoid getting hit, and also basically learn how to box.
Yeah. Is a year what you would say for someone who's new or someone who's already developing skills?
I would say I could bring anybody from like from never being boxed to stepping in the ring within a year.
Wow. That's huge.
That was how long it took me to get in the ring.
Really? How did you get your start with boxing?
Well, it's a funny story. I walked by Panther Gym one day. Like they had a gym that was downtown in the basement of a meatpacking plant. And I walked by and I saw what the heck's going on there. And there was a bunch of people walking. I walked in the gym and I got hooked. Right from day one. And it was like I never left. I spent like 6 days a week there, and 2 or 3 hours a day, and I trained my ass off. Sorry.
That's okay. So, I guess it was just that was it for you. That was what you wanted to do forever, hey?
Yes.
When did you start that? How old were you?
I was 26.
Wow.
So that was another story. I was kind of old for a boxer. But when I started training, I started training there in their group classes, and their amateur team coach there noticed what potential I had, and he invited me to join up for their amateur boxing team, and that was quite a feather in my cap because boxers typically start like in their teens. And the fact that I was 26 and he still wanted me to fight for him, it was very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like very, very impressive, I guess.
Oh, really? Yeah. How long did it take for you to get prepared for stepping in the ring?
I got into my first fight like probably 15 months after my first walk in the gym.
Oh, wow. How did you feel about going into your first fight?
I was nervous. It was pretty scary, but my first fight I did pretty good. I beat the guy like 3 rounds to nothing, and so what the heck am I trying to say?
What was it like going through that? Like the nerves, the pressure?
It was very scary. It was very intimidating. Like you didn't know if the other guy on the other side was going to beat the crap out of you. And it was pretty frightening, to be honest with you. Like I was like, what's a pretty PC way of saying it?
It's terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah, staring someone down and going, "Oh my goodness, this is gonna go one of two ways here."
He wants to punch me in the head as bad as I want to punch him in the head.
Yeah, especially for the sport.
Yes.
What was it like walking out of that first fight, getting that over with?
It was.
Yeah.
It was a major relief. Got one under the belt.
That's awesome. What kind of support did you get from family and friends?
Not much.
No? It's that same story.
Even my own wife didn't come to watch me.
Oh, I see. It's hard to get people in for your first little bit, right? To get them to almost believe. I guess it's kind of that same story for most young sportsmen, it's like once it becomes real.
Well, another thing was it's because I was kind of old at the time, so if I was a young kid, I think I would have had a lot of family come and watch me. But like 26, I was 28 when I got 27. Sorry, when I got into my first fight, and it's like, who the hell wants to go watch a 27-year-old fight? Like,
it's not quite the same as going to like a really big event
for a youngster. Like,
yeah, exactly. Where did you go from there? Like, what did you think of your first fight, and what kind of plans did you have for yourself after that?
I didn't have anything mapped out per se, but from the first fight, the owner of Panther Gym hired me as a boxing coach.
Right off the bat, hey?
Yes.
Wow. What was that like, getting to learn how to coach?
It was pretty amazing. He hired me as his coaching assistant, actually. And what I would do is, whenever he had clients in, he would send me in to spar with his clients, like basically fight them. And also, I would work one-on-one with some of his beginner clients and teaching them the basics. And I also got an opportunity to that's where I cut my teeth as a boxer, to be honest with you, because I sparred so many rounds.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like I probably sparred like multiple hundreds of rounds as his assistant.
Oh my goodness. So we basically already had a huge amount of experience from that. And now, how does that experience translate as a coach now?
Well, I draw upon my experience as a former fighter and a former coaching assistant every day. Like all the skills I teach my clients are things that I actually learned myself.
Do you ever find that you're looking towards maybe coaching clients to go into the ring, or is it mainly just...
That's not my focus. Like I have that one kid who experienced interest in doing so I'm going to take him as far as he's willing to go. But for the most people, I just want to expose them to boxing. And for 90% of my clients have no intention of ever stepping in the ring. But recently I brought 3 clients over to Panther Gym for a sparring session. So it's not exactly a competition, but they got to experience boxing firsthand. So that was quite impressive. That was quite a lot of fun. We had a great time that day.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. What does a typical day look for you as a coach?
I get there around 10 o'clock, and I have 3 or 4 clients a day. And I spend half an hour, 30-minute sessions or 1 hour sessions, depending on the client and what they wanted to do. And I spend my time holding pads and letting them punch pads. And I put on the Ninja Turtle armor and let them hit me as well.
Yeah, I noticed that online. You recently got new armor,
yes,
which looks super cool. If any of you guys are following Albert on Instagram, you can see his new armor there. It's completely, it's like on brand.
Yes,
absolutely amazing. Gabby wants to know, what's the first thing you teach them? What's the first thing you teach your clients?
I teach them the 4 basic punches: jab, cross, left hook, right uppercut.
Do you find that people have difficulty with any particular punch?
The left hook is probably the most difficult punch to teach, and that's where I have my tattoo.
Oh.
I don't
Stirring the cauldron, squashing the bug. Oh, I see.
Those are the two. Those are the two physical cues that I give them to teach them the punch.
Stirring the cauldron.
Yes, very good.
There we go. Stirring the cauldron.
And squashing the bug with the
Yeah,
left
with
one.
the other one.
Beautiful. That's exactly it.
Here we go. You may not know this about me, Albert, but I have taken 1 or 2 boxing classes. Maybe 1 or 2.
Where from?
I actually took a couple classes with the guys at the Stunt Garage here in Edmonton. So I've actually mostly taken Muay Thai classes, and the amount of practice that it takes to get into the groove is insane. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, how did I ever learn how to punch? Thinking about when I was probably in high school, and we all think we're great at whatever we're doing, which is awesome for our self-esteem and confidence. But then actually getting the nerve and the confidence to take a class and learning from someone who was a fighter it's insane to see the progress from that. And I think that it's really cool that I've personally taken video of myself where I started, and kind of along the way how much better I've gotten.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love most about my job, is seeing my clients improve.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever take video to kind of show them, hey, this is where you started?
Unfortunately, I did not.
That's okay. I've seen some really good footage of you and your recovery process, actually. I think you have been working on skipping, right? Can you tell us a bit about that?
So, one of my ultimate goals, or my New Year's resolution this year, is to finally skip again. Skipping is a fundamental activity for boxers, and something that I want to be able to do again. Something I used to be really, really good at before my stroke, and now it's going to be a long process. If you watch my videos, you'll see what kind of difficulties I'm running into. Mm-hmm. For example, right now I'm working on jumping, and jumping quickly. So that's kind of a challenge. I find that my brain doesn't talk to my muscles the way it used to.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's like there seems to be some kind of disconnect.
Okay.
My brain says jump, but my legs go boink, 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 and I don't know what's going on. It's kind of weird, because in my brain it feels like I'm doing it correctly, but in reality it's like boink, boink, boink. So I don't know what's going on.
What was how long has it taken for you to get to that point of being able to jump?
I started jumping about 2 weeks into the process. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first week I started. I just did calf races, but within the second week I was able to jump, but jumping very slowly at this point.
So a lot of progressive, step 1, step 2 type of process. Ooh. Gabby wants to know, what has the mental battle been like to get to reach your goals?
Well, which goals are you referring to?
Things like wanting to skip, and even just, I guess, for recovery.
The mental battle has been it's been a struggle, because I'm trying to achieve what my mind said I should be able to, but my body is not. It's not responding correspondingly. So in my head I can visualize myself doing certain things, but when I go to actually do it, it all falls apart.
It's a completely different reality from what you're imagining.
Yes. And also I can kind of remember how I used to be able to do things. I was a pretty athletic person, and like I was a former ballroom dance teaching assistant, so like I was pretty coordinated. But now it's like a challenge just to walk across the room.
Oh wow. What kind of what kind of education did you receive for that? Was that something that you did as a child growing up, or?
No, it was something that we joined the club. My ex-wife and I joined the ballroom dancing club, the UA dancing club, and they hosted tryouts to be teaching assistants. So we decided to give it a shot, and we passed.
Wow, that's huge. And was that something that you guys just wanted to do as an activity together?
Yeah, something we did as a couple. We eventually got into dancing competitions, and the teaching assistant job was like, we taught classes of class sizes of 2,000 students, and that was a lot of fun.
Wow, so you kind of have a lot of experience with teaching people these kinds of skills.
Yes.
And going from the basics especially. What would you say has been your favorite part so far about being a coach?
Just seeing people improve.
Yeah. I
love the spark in their eyes when they learn to punch properly. It's just like poof. Wow, that's how you do it. And it's such a wonderful feeling that I can share with my clients.
That's wonderful. How often are you in the gym talking with or working with your clients?
I'm here 5 days a week.
Oh, wow. How long have you been coaching here?
5 years.
Oh, wow. I forget that F.R.E.E has been open for such a long time. Gabby also wants to know, what's the most valuable lesson from losses?
From my fighting losses, you mean?
Yeah.
Just to never give up.
Mm-hmm.
Always come back for more.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you get knocked out, which I wasn't knocked out, but
no. Never got a knockout.
No.
Whoa, it's too quick.
Yes. but
what is it like now? Kind of looking back at that and seeing where you are now.
What do you mean?
Well, like seeing now that you're a coach still, you're still in this sport. What is that like for you to know that you've been doing this for so long?
Next question.
Yeah, fair. That's okay. What kind of things have you been kind of trying to incorporate into your practice, I guess, for yourself? Because I imagine you have your own practice that you set aside time for you to work on techniques.
Not so much. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to my self-improvement, unfortunately.
No way.
Yes.
I've seen your feed. You do a lot of work on yourself. I've noticed that for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if any of you have been following along on his journey so far, Albert has shown huge progress in a lot of like the physical activities that he has been working on. I think I've noticed that even just from surgeries, you quite literally bounce back so quickly. And a lot of people have noticed that even people who visit the gym here, it's been really, it's been that much more interesting wanting to follow along on Albert's journey, just because a lot of people are always rooting for him, and I don't know if you notice that.
Yes, the community here is amazing. I feel this love and support from everyone.
Yeah, a lot of people are really here to see you improve, and it's wonderful to hear from others about how how great of a coach you are and how much they get to learn from you.
That's awesome to hear from you.
So can you tell us a little bit about the shirt that you're wearing right now?
Community rules everything around us. Around me, sorry. It's a slogan. It's one of the many slogans that this gym has. And basically it talks about like the hell am I trying to say?
That's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Edited for the yeah.
What does community mean to you? Essentially,
community means like everyone gathering together to make something, to make the whole greater than the sum of the parts.
Everyone coming together to really make something special.
Yes.
To share, which is huge. What's the hardest thing to teach someone? To teach a student. What's the hardest thing to teach a student?
The hardest punch to teach is the gazelle punch.
Gazelle. What is that?
Another name for it is the leaping left hook.
Oh, interesting. A leaping left hook?
Yes. So it involves like you have to bend your legs, get into a crouch position, and prepare to jump forward. And simultaneous with your forward jump, you throw a left hook.
Oh, I see. Okay, that already sounds quite challenging to me. And I am not the most coordinated person, so that does sound, I'm trying to imagine myself trying to do that. And I mean, in my head, it sounds or looks like it would be doable, but then if I had to do it.
I think you could make it happen.
With a lot of practice and coaching, probably. Yes, definitely. So how much time do we have left? 5 minutes? Okay. So later on here, we will be looking at maybe a little demonstration from one of Albert's clients. The gym is live right now, so there are people present, and Albert is working this evening, so he'll be coaching a client for us, and we'll get to see that happening. But in the meantime, can you tell us a little bit about? I guess what do people need to know about you, especially?
You gotta know that I never give up, and I'm always gonna be there to be their coach. I'll stand by them every step of the way. Whatever they want to get out of boxing, I'll give it to them. Like whether they just want to get a good sweat, or whether they want to actually step in the ring and fight. So I'll take them every step of the way.
That's huge. You're going to get a lot of support here, and this is a very community oriented group of people. So you can definitely count on receiving a lot of care and attention to what your needs are as a client. And you can definitely count on Albert to make sure that you work on your technique, especially.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, we will be right back, and we'll be showing you guys a little bit of what you can expect when you are training with Coach Albert Liaw. Thank you.